Hello, friends. Well, once again, another YouTuber whose videos I frequent is in a bit of trouble here. This one will be Mecha Random 42. Now, originally, I think she did videos that was primarily of the gaming variety, and now she's moved into commentary on beloved or perhaps once beloved sci-fi and fantasy franchises, most notably Star Trek. And like me, she's not a fan of Star Trek Discovery. No. And also like me, she tends to watch the show anyway. A practice known as hate watching, but it's more akin to, I think, watching a car crash. You just can't look away. And of course, Star Trek was, close to my heart for years, and I'm sure obviously with her as well. And when you see something like this, it's hard to walk away. And it's also, how bad can it get? Well, let's see. Anyway, my channel is nothing compared to hers, and she has this large following. And of course, there's be careful what you wish for, because it does tend to get you in a little bit of trouble. And so now she's got this copyright strike against her from one of her Star Trek Discovery videos. Now, the copyright strike, of course, once again, as I discussed this with what happened with Nerdrotic, and this has happened to me when it's a copyright claim. A copyright claim is which they should have done here, and it's perfectly understandable and fine. Basically, when you're using footage and clips or whatnot from a show or a film, they have the right to make the claim on that, so that any revenue generated by advertisements on that video goes to them as it should. A copyright strike would play into a point where someone's outright just stealing someone's work or product or what have you. In this case, there's been quite a few that would just put entire movies on their channel and television episodes. I remember at one point I was perusing through and I found like entire seasons of Lost and Game of Thrones on there. Stuff like that. Well, of course, and I don't even know if you have to wait for the 3 strikes. You probably get your whole channel removed for doing something like that. This is not the case here, where you have someone who gives their commentary. Granted, I didn't see the video in question, but it's going to be negative. And that's part of the problem. I think it's not beyond the pale to suggest people involved with Star Trek Discovery are aware of this woman. The son of Jeffrey Hunter, the original Captain Pike, attacked her on Twitter. And I even saw where she had a back and forth with actor Anthony Rapp. Now, he wasn't, from what I saw, wasn't mean to her. But that just goes to show that people from the show are aware of who she is. And, like I said, Anthony Rapp seemed to be okay, but other people probably not too happy with her. But look, an opinion is an opinion, and if you really wanted to engage this woman and encounter her arguments, that's what you do. Otherwise, you could just ignore it. It seems like it wouldn't matter, but, well, I think we know Star Trek and Discovery is probably in a lot of trouble. But anyway, so I heard about this, and I like her videos, and I didn't think this was fair. So as I did with Gary Biegler of Nerdrotic, I said, well, what can I do? Not much, but I can tweet and share. She's got this other channel, Mecha Random 42 Live, where she can keep doing her live streams. And if she builds up the audience and all, then that'll be a good backup channel for her. But for now, she can't do live streams on her original channel for 3 months. That's, how it goes. And she would be denied the super chats and all that stuff that a big channel like hers can be quite, that's a nice little revenue that comes in. And all that's denied over this, which seems a bit much. But anyway, like with Biegler, I decided I'm the Photoshop guy, so I will do a Photoshop for Mecha Random. So here's a classic matte painting scene from the original Star Trek, altered with a painterly filter. And here is Mecha. I did this image of her where she was on the transporter platform, and I sent that out. Yeah, and all that stuff. And so I decided to reuse that because it was all very quickly ready to go. So it was easy to go ahead and put that in there. And then, of course, this little "We Stand with Mecha." So when I put that hashtag, and I figured, okay, well, that'll be the hashtag. And, and my little Mr. Nailsin signature. And there you go. There is Mecha in the real Star Trek world. See, this is actually accurate for the time period. If you were going to do a prequel, which at this point, Star Trek needs to leave the prequels behind. I was intrigued by the ideas in the old days with Enterprise, and that let me down. And then the movies, I liked the first one, the other two, and certainly the second one was god awful. And then now this. So it's nobody knows how to do a prequel. It's too bad. I think they need to move on into the distant future beyond the Next Generation era, and let's see what that could be. Star Trek Discovery could have been helped a lot by that idea alone, because none of the continuity problems, I don't think, would show up, because who's to say, you know? But, well, they didn't do that. No, they didn't. So anyway, go to Mecha Random 42's channel, subscribe, go to Mecha Random 42 Live, subscribe to that one, like and share. And check out her videos because she's pretty spot on quite a few subjects and items concerning Star Trek and whatnot. And, of course, on Twitter, here she is. Yes, YouTube Harvey. I think someone criticizing her called her that. And she said, well, I'm going to take that. So, anyway, and, oh, yeah, right here it says at Midnight's Edge After Dark. She's a frequent guest panelist with the Midnight's Edge boys. So that's cool too. So there's her Twitter handle, random MNKY. I always want to say random Minky, but whatever. So there you go. Follow her there, and of course check out her channel and her new channel, Mecha Random 42 Live. All right, so there we go. Good luck to Mecha Random and the other YouTubers. You guys have a lot of subscribers, so boy, the long knives are out. It's not funny. I mean, some of these people are kind of dependent on I don't know about her situation, but it can be really bad. And from what I can see, it's just because they don't like the show, and they're just saying it. If it's detrimental to you, it means your show's really bad, because this is a handful of channels on YouTube talking about a show, and if the audience was overwhelmingly favorable, no amount of videos putting it down would make a difference. It means the show is not good. And there's a variety of reasons for that, not the least of which because you lied about what the show was. And boy, it just goes on and on and on. But there you go, taking your rage out on poor Mecha Random will not solve the problems you have with Star Trek Discovery. No, it won't. All right, thank you for watching and listening. Say, hey, since you're watching, might as well like and subscribe. Yes. And thanks to you who have subscribed. And while you're here, why not check out that link description below? That'll take you to my mini stores that have plenty of goodies for you. Yes, you. Bye-bye.
Hello, Dad.
I'm gonna need some money. I've suffered an injury, and I'm gonna need some more rectal reconstruction surgery. I promise this will be the last time, Dad. Yeah, damn it, this isn't the bathhouse. Meanwhile, in the city of the future. What do you think, Melons? Commander.
Would have communicated.
Stand by for our arrival. Hey, man, you know what's in outer space? I don't know what.
guess.
Stupid, 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 stupid.